Okay, video time. Day before yesterday was the, well, let's call it the encounter. It was the first time I've ever met, probably the last time I'll ever meet him also, but it's the first time I ever met, in Mendham, Gary. You know, gloom, boom, doom, shoom, doom, floom, boom, whatever the fuck his name is. Some shit like that. Yeah, no, I went down there with his Karina. You know, for those of you who don't know, she was here in the States for, you know, for the amazing meeting. She came to the New York, New Jersey area to meet with Peach, and while she was here, she wanted to meet Gary. I don't know why. I mean, why would anybody ever really choose to do something like that? I mean, makes you wonder about their stability when they're going to do something like that, but that's what you wanted to do. I mean, who am I to question, you know, what Zamgit, Karina wanted to do? I mean, it was her idea, it was her choice, but anyway, so it was there was the encounter. I drove her there. We got a bit lost because, well, trusted Google Maps for one. That was a big fucking mistake right there. I should have never trusted anything from fucking Google. I mean, come on. You don't get any more fucked up than anything by Google. But I did. I trusted Google and, you know, ended up getting lost. Got to Gary's, Mr. Bloom Boom Boom Doom, about 40 minutes late, and I gotta tell you, well, I don't really like the guy much, but you know, Karina, on the way there, she and I we did a lot of talking about, you know, suffering, and Gary's viewpoint on the world and humanity and existence, and or his lack of a viewpoint, whichever. I mean, not that it matters. Nothing really fucking matters anyway. I mean, in the end, everything is pain anyhow. I mean, all we do is just perpetuate this fucking this cycle of self-devouring hatred. I mean that's pretty much in the end what it comes down to. But I mean, yeah, I'm rambling, but yeah, she has a lot of respect. She has a lot of respect for Gary. I'm not exactly sure why. She was excited. She was really excited to go meet him, and you know, and we went, and the encounter was what it was, you know, and such, and there wasn't a whole lot, you know, to say about the encounter itself. But what was interesting, what was interesting was his video about it, visitation and such. He spent the entire video making jokes about, you know, masturbating to the footage and his inability to attract a member of the opposite sex who'd be willing to have relations with him, as if, you know, as if that's the only thing in the fucking world that matters, anything that has any value, of course. But he spent the entire time, you know, talking about what it would have been like if I hadn't been there, and what he would have done. I mean, he even went as far as to say that he could or would have, you know, even waved money at her, because hey, you never know. I'm sure he was joking, but it's kind of hard to tell. It doesn't strike me as being the kind of guy that has any kind of a sense of humor. But yeah, I mean, what I found kind of fucked up about this was she has a lot of respect for the guy, and then all he can do is talk about, you know, maybe what would have been, you know. But it was kind of fucked up, and you know, and he went as far as even mispronouncing, you know, he mispronounced my name on purpose. I mean, it was on purpose. It was totally on purpose, because, I mean, he somehow feels, you know, as though if he can mispronounce your name, he has somehow disrespected you. And I, for the most part, don't give a shit. But, you know, I went out of my way to bring, you know, Karina to him. I mean, and it was obvious. He was very happy. He was very nervous. Wasn't sure exactly what to say and how to act. And I mean, that's fine. We're all human beings, for whatever that's worth, of course. But, you know, I mean, but that being said, you know, he, instead, when he makes this video, you know, I mean, he knocks me, you know, he takes basically a jab at me, you know, calling me a douche-shell, or whatever the fuck it was that he said. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that it matters at all, not that anything matters, but, I mean, because all there is fucking pain, right? But, you know, he takes a jab at the guy who brought Karina to his door. The guy that, you know, made him smile, made him see that, you know what, good things do happen. I mean, even to someone like him, who probably doesn't fucking deserve, I mean, you know, as much as, you know, anybody, I guess, but, you know, somebody doesn't, you know, deserve to have, you know, anyone actually, you know, look out for them, or to, you know, to spend any time at all to try and make them happy. But she had a lot of respect, and I was there, and I was very polite, and I was respectful to the man, and as I was leaving, I shook his hand, and I said, Gary, it was nice to meet you, and I meant it. There was nothing fake or pretentious, or there was no pretend. And his response, and I mean, I'm not going to forget this, you know, because this is just the kind of guy that he is. His fucking response was, yeah, well, you were kind of human. I mean, this is what you say to somebody, you know, who took his time and his money, you know. It wasn't fucking free, you know. I mean, it cost me money. I'm not bitching about it, but it was my fuel, you know. It was my time, it was my car, it was my fuel. And I brought Karina to him. And I figured, you know, that he would like that. I'm a nice guy, you know. I'm not looking for any pats on the back or anything, but, you know, for somebody to take a jab at somebody who does something good, I mean, and the guy, he's worried about suffering in the world, but, I mean, how can you take this seriously? How can you really take a guy like this seriously? Does he really give a shit? Or is it just, you know, does he just talk to hear himself talk? He seemed fairly nice. I mean, like I said, Karina, has a lot of respect for the man, and she spoke very highly of him on the way there, after we left, and even while we were there. And while we were there, he gave her a lot of presents. He gave her a whole bunch of cameras that he had that he bought and had fixed. And I thought that was really cool. I mean, that was a really cool thing to do. You know, I mean, he didn't have to do anything like that. And I'm sure he's aware of that, you know. But, I mean, it was just a very cool thing for him to do. But then he goes and he turns around and makes this video, and everything in his video is sexual. It's sexually charged. And it's just, you know, I mean, he called her tasty. He said, tasty. In my opinion, and it's just my opinion for whatever it's worth, but my opinion is, you know, yeah, that's a pretty wrong and disrespectful way to be, you know, to somebody who has a great deal of respect for you. You know, I can't take Gary seriously. Somebody who claims to care so much about humanity and suffering and the plight of the suffering, but he does nothing. He himself does nothing to help stop suffering. All he does is complain about the suffering. And, you know, hey, if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. So, I mean, if you really care, then do something. Do something about it. Otherwise, just shut the fuck up. Because it doesn't do anybody any good, especially yourself, to do nothing but to complain about the world, about the reality that's around us. I mean, and this is reality, whether you like it or not. This is reality. This is life. You know, And if you don't like it, you know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck that. I mean, seriously. You know, it reminds me of a story. And I'm not exactly sure where I heard this the first time, but I'm going to relay it. It reminds me of a story about a guy on the beach. This guy, he's walking down the beach, and he sees up in the distance another man, way out in the distance, and it had rained the night before. It was a terrible storm the night before, and it had washed starfish up on the beach. I mean, there were thousands of them. And as the man approached the other man up on the beach, he could see that he was throwing the starfish back in the water. And he said, "What are you doing, man? That's such a waste of time. You know, you can't save all of them. I mean, you know, some of them are just gonna die. I mean, they're gonna suffer. It's just, you know, it's a terrible thing. But I mean, what you're doing by throwing them back one at a time just isn't making a difference." And the other guy looked at him, picked up a starfish, threw it into the water, and said, "Yeah, it made a difference to that one." And that's what it is. And sometimes that's the best that we can hope for. And the sooner you recognize that, and the sooner that you are thankful for the world around you, and it is a beautiful world. I mean, and you know it is. You show the beauty of this world in your videos. And life is beautiful, and it is what you make of it. If you make it gloom and doom, then that's what it's going to be. But it's a beautiful world. But the sooner you accept that, the happier you're going to be. Okay, this is it. I'm just rambling now. Okay.
You know, I mean, hundreds, thousands of acres.
Those houses were crazy.
Yeah.
I want to live in a castle.
Yeah, you know, and they're really garbage, which is they made it. You know, it's not like it's not like old houses. You know what I mean? Like where you got real wood and real. You know, it's all this veneery crap and faux crap.
That's true.
You know.
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
modern
I had
construction
no
in the
idea about
U.S.
houses. And they had like the trees were cut symmetrically.
You got a match, right?
Out in the car.